Afternoon, everyone. Here are the answers for the 6 questions. So going to question number 1 to start off with, 500 multiplied by 6. And what I'm going to do to make this easier, more manageable for myself, is that I'm going to cancel out these 2 zeros. Okay, so then we're left with 5 multiplied by 6. And we know that 5 sixes are 30. But what we need to do at the end is add on our 2 zeros, because we're not actually multiplying 5 by 6, we're multiplying 500. So don't forget to pop those 2 zeros back on the end of your answer. So the answer is 3,000. Question number 2, 5,421 divided by 4. So I'm going to use the bus stop method to work out the answer for this particular question. So the 4 goes on the outside and 5,421 goes inside the bus stop. So first of all, how many 4s are in 5? Well, I know there's 1 and there's a remainder 1 there. How many 4s are in 14? Well, there's 4, 8, 12. So there's 3 4s. But we're left on 12, so we take that away from the 14 and we've got a remainder 2. So how many 4s are in 22? Well, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So there's 5 4s in 22. So we take 20 away from 22 and we're left with 2. So that's our remainder. And then we're left with 21. So how many 4s are in 21? Well, I know that there are 5, because 5 times 4 is 20. We take away the 5 from the 20, we're left with remainder 1. So what we need to do is pop our decimal point here and put a placeholder 0 and carry the remainder 1 over to make that 10. So how many 4s are in 10? Well, there's 4, 8, there are 2, and we take the 8 away from the 10, so we're left with a remainder 2. So we need to again put another placeholder and carry our remainder over to make 20. I know that 4 goes into 20 equally without any remainders, so 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 1,355.25 is your answer. 7 tenths plus 9 tenths, so we're adding 2 fractions together. What I'm going to do is move that down there. So when we're adding 2 fractions that have the same numerator, we add the same denominator, sorry, we add the two numerators together. So 7 add 9 is 16, and the denominator stays the same, so 16 over 10. Now, as you can see, this is an improper fraction at the moment, so what you can do is convert that into a mixed number. The way that you do that is by dividing the numerator by the denominator. So how many 10s are in 16? Well, there's 1. And we've got a remainder 6. So that becomes our new numerator, and then the denominator stays the same. I know, though, that 6 tenths can be simplified even further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the highest common factor of 6 and 10, and then divide the numerator and the denominator by that highest common factor. So the factors of 6 are 1, 6. There's also 2 and 3. And there aren't any more factors of 6, so that's great. We're going to move on to 10. So factors of 10, 1 and 10. 2 and 5. And again, there aren't any other factors of 10. So the highest common factor is actually 2. So what we're going to do is divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So your mixed number would be 1 and 3/5. Okay, moving on. Subtracting a 4-digit number by a 3-digit number, so 7,721. Subtract 809. So we're going to use the formal method for this question. And we're going to start subtracting from the smallest digit. So 1 take away 9, we can't do. So we borrow from next door. 2 becomes a 1, 1 becomes an 11. So we take 9 away from 11, and we're left with 2. 1 take away 0 is 1, 7 take away 8, well, we can't do because the bottom number is bigger than the top number. So again, we need to exchange, we need to borrow. 7 becomes a 6, that 7 becomes a 17, and then 17 take away 8 is 9, and then we drop the 6 down because there's nothing to take away from it. So your answer is 6,912. The next question, so we've got a mixed number and we're multiplying it by a whole number here. So first thing we're going to do is convert this mixed number into an improper fraction, and we do that by timesing together the whole number and the denominator. So 4 multiplied by 3, which is 12, and then we're going to add that answer to the numerator. So what we're left with is 12 add 2, so that's 14 over 3, because the denominator always stays the same. Now what we need to do with this whole number is convert it into a fraction, and we know that whole numbers are always over 1 because they're the same amount of denominators can go equally into the whole number. So 2 at the moment is actually 2 over 1. And then when we multiply two fractions together, excuse me, we multiply the numerators first. So 14 multiplied by 2, so double 14 is 28. And then 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. The denominator stays the same. Now, because we started off with a mixed number, we must convert this improper fraction into a mixed number again. So we divide 28 by 3. We know it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. So there are 9 3's in 28. We subtract the 27 from the 28 and we're left with a remainder 1, which is our new numerator, and the denominator stays the same. So your answer is 9 and 1/3. Final question. We've got 6 cubed, and when you cube a number, you multiply it by itself 3 times. So we're going to multiply it together once. So here we go. We've got 6 times 6, which is 36, and then we need to multiply 36 by 6. And what I would recommend doing is putting that into a formal method, because that's quite a large number problem. Okay, so when we multiply in the formal method, we start multiplying from the smallest digit. So 6 times 6 is 36. Carry the 3, and then 6 times 3 is 18. And then what we need to do here is add the 3, so we're left with 21. And then we're going to add 4 to 216, because that's the last part of our number problem. And 216 plus 4 we know is 220, so that would be your answer. Okay guys, so pause on this page, check if you've got the right answers or not. If you've got any incorrect, go back through the workings out to see where you may have made a mistake. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Please get into contact with me if you found any of those tricky or not. But well done, guys. Top effort this week so far. Keep going, keep working hard, and I'll see you tomorrow.